Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode, another opportunity just to hang out with me on my channel, My Journey to Loving Me. And I am Katina, and today is Tuesday, so you know what today is Tuesday Talks with Tina. Thanks so much for being with me today and just hanging out. Today's going to be kind of a short episode because I'm on my lunch break. I'm trying to get in an episode before I get back to work, but just wanted to say thank you so much for being with me today and hanging out with me. And as I always say, your time is a very precious commodity, and you spending your time with me, I really appreciate that. So I just want to go ahead and get towards our topic for today. Before we do that, let's do our deep breaths to just transition from whatever you were doing before to our time today. All right, so let's get started. Our first deep breath, let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Good job. All right. So, how are you doing today? How is your day going? This is Tuesday for me, July the 15th. And I was wondering just how your day is going. How is it going for you? My day is going pretty well. I had yesterday off, so today's like my Monday. And so it's been pretty cool. It's not too hot. It's just right outside, and it's been a nice day. Let's talk about something I've been thinking about. Um, so I have a question for you. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? And the reason why I ask that question is sometimes we underestimate who we are and what we have and what we bring to the table. A lot of times we will dull our lights and we will downplay our achievements and what we're good at because we don't want to come off like we're trying to be um, bragging about ourselves or just being doing too much with that. And so we will downplay who we are sometimes, a lot of times, to dim our lights because of the people, maybe the people we're around. Maybe we want to come off like we're just trying to be more than we are. And we dim our light because we don't know who we are. So I encourage us to think about this, how amazing you are, that God bless you to be you with your DNA and your fingerprint. There's nobody else like you. Maybe a lot of people maybe have similar characteristics like you. Maybe you might people have the similar features like you. There's one and only you. So do you know who you are? Do you know how special you are? Do you know that God made you for a plan and a purpose for you to be on this earth? It's no mistakes that you're here. It's not by chance. It's not that you're just here just because. There's a special plan and purpose that God has for your life. So do you know who you are? When you come into a room, you just being who you are makes a significance in you being in that room. You being in your family is a significance for you being there. There's a purpose for you being in that family, in your community, on your job. You are important and valuable and necessary. Do you know who you are? Do you know that you bring qualities to the table that nobody else can bring because of who you are? Do you know who you are? Something I had to think about for myself because sometimes I don't want to come off like I'm, trying to be bragging or I'm trying to be boastful. And when we do that, a lot of times we cover up our talents, our gifts, and our true selves because we don't want to show too much light. But I encourage us to let our light shine, let our light shine bright. People need to know who you are, that you're important. So I have a question. Do you know who you are? Do you know your value and importance and that you matter and that your voice matters? When you're on your job and talking about different things, about projects or ideas. Don't be quiet and not say anything because you don't want to come off like, maybe you're trying to take over the conversation, or maybe they may think that idea is dumb, or they might not like it. You never know. That idea that you have may be exactly what your job needs. Even in your family, sometimes we kind of dim our lights with our families because maybe you're quiet, maybe you're not as talkative, and maybe you have people in your life maybe more talkative and more expressive. So you feel like because you're quiet, that what you have to offer is not important. I need us to stop doing that because you never know what you have, maybe the thing that what they need. So I encourage us to maybe sit down with ourselves and talk about what qualities that I have that are important, that makes me special, what makes me me, and put that information on a piece of paper. And that it's not about boasting or bragging about trying to be conceited, but it's about identifying that God made you for a purpose and a plan, and that you're special. What makes you special? What makes you important? What makes you who you are? And I want you to put that on a piece of paper in a notebook. And every time you think about a negative thought, I want you to go to that notebook and remember who you are, that you're important, you're valuable, and you're necessary. I encourage us when we were in um, our relationships with people, when we're on our jobs, when we're on our church, where we may be in, I want you to stop being quiet and afraid to take up space. Take up your space. You are entitled to take up your space. You are entitled to speak and to be heard. Your voice matters. So don't forget that. Who are you? You are a masterpiece made by God. You are important. You are necessary. You are vital, and you are you. And just because you are you makes you important and necessary. So maybe put in the chat. Tell me some things that make you important. What makes you a vital person to this world? Just the fact that you're here makes you important. There's somebody, and maybe you may not believe it right now, but just remember there's somebody that needs exactly what you have and what you carry. And maybe that person may be watching you from afar. They may be admiring you from afar. It may be a student if you're a teacher. It may be somebody in your community. It may be somebody in your church. It may be somebody in your family that may be watching you and admiring you for your qualities and what you carry. So I want you to just remember that you are important and necessary. Who are you? I want you to ask yourself that. Who am I? Yes, you may have these different titles. Yes, you may be a mom. You may be a father. You may be a sister or brother. You may be an employee and things like that. And those things are important. Let's dig a little bit deeper in that. Who are you? As a father and a mother, who are you to those children? You are important to those children. You are necessary. Your presence in their lives, your influence is necessary to them. If you're a sister, if you're a brother, if you're an aunt, you're an uncle, you're a caregiver, you're a foster parent, you're a teacher, if you're a social worker, if you're just a person in the community, a neighbor, you are important and vital and necessary. Don't let anybody uh, put a limit on who you are or to tell you who you are. You tell yourself who you are. And if you need a reminder, open up the Bible and maybe Google it. Who does God say I am? What about me makes me important to God? And you look at those things and you meditate on those things. You get the word of God and you put it into your heart and you think about it and you process it and you look at it and hear it over and over again. Who am I? I'm important. I'm necessary. I'm valuable. I'm unique. Just being who I am makes me important and valuable. So tell me what you think. What are some things about you that make you special? What are some things about you that make you a light? You are important. That's who you are. You are necessary. You are a gift to this world. There's a purpose for your life. So I encourage you that you would get with God and that you would spend time with Him and you would pray and ask God to show you what makes you special, what makes who you are a big deal. Okay? So that's what I want to say today is that you are important. Who are you? And what makes you important? What makes you necessary? What makes you someone that somebody else can look at and say, wow, I see something special in that person. And you look in the mirror and tell yourself that. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you how important you are. You tell yourself, you encourage yourself. In the Bible, it said that David encouraged himself in the Lord. You encourage yourself. You look in the mirror and you tell yourself that you are amazing and that you are a gift from God to this world. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me today. I thank you for everybody who tuned in and took their time out to say hello, and I appreciate that. I'm thankful for those who took the time out to listen, and maybe you're listening later on the replay. Thank you so much. And tell me what you think about this message, and tell me how it was a blessing to you and how it was beneficial. So, again, my question for you is who are you? And in case you need some promptings, you are amazing, you're special, you are necessary, you are important, you are vital to this world, you are a gift, and you are chosen by God to be here on earth during this time for such a time as this. So have a great day, be blessed, and remember you are important and your mental health is important too. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.